Mercer County Schools, Policy Review. Service Personnel, Performance Evaluation. G04. Purpose. The purpose of the Service Personnel Performance Evaluation is to promote improvement in performance to motivate growth and development of the person being evaluated. Additionally, the evaluation process clarifies duties and responsibilities. It also helps with the following: help serve in the improvement of the employee-supervisor relationships. Improve communications. Improve morale. Provide an ongoing record of performance. Provide a systematic way to promote accountability. Provide an effective way to deal with services that fall below the satisfactory level. Provide improved services for the school system. And support self-improvement of each employee. Definitions. Conference. A formal meeting between an immediate supervisor or designee and the employee to discuss an observation or evaluation. Employee. Person being evaluated. Evaluations. A formal record of the employee's performance based on established performance standards. Immediate supervisor. Person having direct supervision over the employee, and who has been trained in management and evaluation skills through the Center of Professional Development and the State Board of Education. Irremediable deficiencies. Irreparable behaviors or acts that are not afforded an improvement plan. Job duties and responsibilities. Duties listed on job description. Probationary employee. An employee who has less than 3 years' experience. Program specialist. A director or supervisor. Procedures. Evaluations. An immediate supervisor or their designee, identified by the county superintendent, shall conduct observations, complete evaluations, write and monitor improvement plans for service employees, and is responsible for completing an evaluation for each service employee he/she supervises. Observations. Evaluations may address any and all job performance duties as follows: employee's job performance specific to the employee's assigned job duties within his/her personnel classification and the relevant job description posting. Evaluations shall be based on the sum total of all observations of performance standards. Evaluation reports may include strengths, deficiencies, suggestions for improvement, and the following: employee's level of cooperation and communication with other employees and his/her supervisors. Employee's ability to learn from mistakes, solve problems, and share positive suggestions, ideas. Employee's attendance habits, including timely reporting to work. Commendation for exemplary work may be included within evaluations. Either the immediate supervisor, designee or employee may request a conference following an observation or evaluation. Additional or unscheduled observations, evaluations may be completed at any time during the school year. The immediate supervisor or designee shall conduct a conference within 5 working days of completion of the written evaluation, to discuss the evaluation with the employee. At this conference the employee shall sign the evaluation form denoting that the supervisor or designee reviewed the evaluation with the service employee and the employee received a copy. The signature shall not imply the employee's agreement with the evaluation's content, rather that it was discussed and they were provided a copy. The employee has the right to attach a written statement as an addendum to the evaluation. However, the employee must submit such attachment within 30 calendar days of being presented with the evaluation. The rating structure is as follows. Exceeds standard. Total performance is well above normal standards for the position. This evaluation should indicate superior or excellent performance. Meets standard. Consistently competent performance, meeting or exceeding standards in all areas. Does not meet standard. Performance falls short of standard and is not acceptable for position held. Not applicable. Standard does not apply to employee. Due dates for evaluation. Due dates are the dates the evaluations shall be returned to the Human Resource Office. If an individual evaluation form cannot be returned by the required date, the immediate supervisor, or designee should notify the Director of Human Resources Office with the reasons for the delay. Due dates shall be observed and are particularly important for reports on probationary employees. Within 10 days. Copies of unscheduled evaluation reports should be submitted to the Human Resource Office within 10 days of the review. February 15. Evaluations for probationary employees are due in the Human Resource Office by this date. March 1. All performance evaluations should be in the Human Resource Office by this date for service personnel. Evaluating the probationary employee. The probationary period is the final and most important part of the selection of a quality employee. By the end of the period, the immediate supervisor, or designee should have complete confidence in the probationary employee and feel confident the probationary employee fully meets or exceeds performance standards if they are to be recommended for a continuing contract. Probationary employees must be evaluated within 3 months of employment. A minimum of 2 formal written evaluations are required annually for the first 3 years, a minimum of 6. An employee who receives successive unsatisfactory evaluations shall be recommended for dismissal. To retain an employee who is poorly suited for a position is doing a disservice to the students, the school system, the community, and to the individual. Improvement plan. When an employee's performance is declared deficient, the employee shall be given the opportunity to correct the deficiencies. The administration shall give reasonable support necessary to help the employee succeed. An improvement plan shall be written by the evaluator, using input from the employee for areas in which the employee needs improvement. The improvement plan shall designate how the service employee shall demonstrate satisfactory job performance. The improvement plan shall identify the job performance deficiencies of the employee. Specify the corrective actions the employee must take to improve their performance to a satisfactory level. Establish the time frame for monitoring and deadlines for meeting acceptable criteria. Describe the resources and assistance to support the employee in correcting the deficiencies. Improvement team. For employees not meeting performance standards, a referral to improvement team may occur at the point when the immediate supervisor, or designee, determines the employee's performance standards consistently fall below standard. Procedures. The improvement team for an employee in a school setting shall be composed of principal, directors or assistant superintendents, program specialist, person chosen by employee, in same classification as employee, needing improvement. The improvement team for an employee who is in any other setting other than a school setting shall be composed of director, or supervisor of department, assistant superintendent, other director, or supervisor, designated by the superintendent, a program specialist, a person chosen by employee, in same classification as employee needing improvement. The improvement team may conduct interviews, conduct at least 2 observations, develop a written improvement plan with the employee, provide assistance to the employee on meeting performance requirements of the plan, report the results of the plan in writing to the employee. If the employee does not remediate the deficiencies, dismissal proceedings may be initiated. Deficiencies irremediable. An exception to this policy shall be made when the deficiencies is deemed irremediable. An improvement period will not be granted to an employee when the board makes a finding of immorality, incompetency, cruelty, insubordination, intemperance, willful neglect of duty, unsatisfactory performance, and conviction of a felony or a guilty plea, or a plea of nolo contendere to a felony charge. These deficiencies shall be considered irremediable. An appeal. Evaluation reports express the judgment and opinions of supervisory authority, and as such are not subject to appeal, unless there has been a resultant action taken to suspend, demote, or dismiss a regular employee. Service personnel, performance evaluation. A handbook, Human Resource Evaluation Procedures, is available from the Department of Human Resources, Service Personnel Supervisor, or Department Head. The Human Resource Department shall conduct regular staff development workshops with service supervisors and employees to see that this policy and implementing procedures are followed. In order to satisfy the requirements of the West Virginia State Board of Education Policy 5310, Performance Evaluation of School Personnel, the Board adopts, West Virginia State Board of Education, reference into this policy.